What is going up, everybody? Alright, so in today's episode, we are going to be covering the gap and go setup here on another stock. You guys really enjoyed my last video on the gap up strategy. So, this is ticker KOSS. This was yesterday's previous gapper, and we're just going to show you how I traded it. Alright, so this stock's already gapping up around 16% here. It had not a ton of news, and it was just something that I had on watch here. I believe someone, yeah. Okay, so this right here, hold on, let's zoom in. Let's go right there. Okay, so this right here is a 1 minute micro pullback. This is when the buyers and sellers are starting to battle out the stock to determine if it will start going down or start popping back up like it did today. So what the best thing to do is just to wait and see where this is going. And the best entry you're going to find is when the time in sales starts going crazy and starts like crazy green, because that means a lot of buyers are starting to step in the market and push out those sellers. So an ideal entry here would be just shy over 407 to 411 here. So anywhere right in between here would be a good entry, and the stop would be 490. Right underneath this, the 1 minute candle that you guys have. So that's about, right here's just probably about 5%, if that. So maybe about 3. So this trade is gonna have about a 3 to 3 to 9 risk to reward. So you risk 3% to profit upwards of 9, 10, 11 in that range. But so the ideal entry would be right around here, and the reason for that is because this, I will show you, hold on, is this. If you look at the volume, the buyers are starting to step in. We're getting more volume, more volume. This right here is just sellers fighting the market, because as you guys can see, during the pre-market hours, that's where a previous resistance was. So this candle right here was just a buyers and sellers kind of fighting it out. It was just a little consolidation, which is fine, but you just have to have your stop in mind so you can still make profit, because a lot of people get nervous when they see a green or a red candlestick. I know when I first started trading, I did too. So now that you waited out this this red, and now you're just gonna see if it can pop up out of the resistance, because stocks that break through this resistance path tend to squeeze, because that's when it's called a short squeeze. I'll make a separate video on explaining what that is, but as you can see, we had a tremendous amount of buyers that stepped into the market. And honestly, what you guys could have done here is waited for it to break over this resistance path. So you could have hopped in here at around 421, 422. So anywhere in between here would have been a good entry, because that is when stocks tend to short squeeze and get pushed up more. And if you would have hopped in here, you would have had your stop right around $4. I know that's about 20 cents, but that is an ideal entry, because this is kind of a very good setup. And then the stock squeezes up here, and you can either take profit on the first candle. That's what I would do, because in this type of market, the these stocks, they don't pop up, hundreds of percent to like during this market time we're in. They only pop up about 35 to 30, which is still very good. So I always just try to take my profit early, and you don't want to wait until below this, because normally we would wait below the green like we normally do. But since these spreads are so big, we want to just have a mental profit in mind. And always the $0.50 at 450 is always a very solid mark, because that is when a lot of reversals tend to take place. And you could start taking profit at 450 and then try to squeeze up as much as you can. And if the stocks continues to go, you guys can always hop back in it, because you never have to once you sell out, you can always hop back in, is what I'm trying to say. So it's very easy. This setup is perfect for this stock here. And most of the times for the pre-market gappers, you're gonna have like a little sell off in the beginning, and that's super normal, because that is most of the time a lot of people who are selling because of the gap up, and they want to just take their their percent. They don't know about the gap and go setup. So that's it though. I'm like super stuffy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Remember, always stay happy and stay positive. Peace out.